What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Acid House. And we're back with the legends that are Hardfloor, and we're going back to their Art of Acid album, 2014. And we're going to listen to the title track. It's, I think, the longest tune on the release, is that right? Yeah, it's the longest tune, and I think it is very artful. It has a lot of atmosphere, it's got a lot of acid character, for lack of a better phrase. It just seems to like really hit what they do so well and have done so well for more than 30 years now. So it is, I think, fitting that they made this the title track of the release. I think it really does, again, express the Hardfloor sound as it has always existed, but also as it existed, you know, roughly a decade ago in particular. And yeah, ultimately, I like using that phrase. So I suppose you could start with the idea of an album and then the Art of Acid, and then, you know, make a tune that is perhaps best representative of that. But I feel like also, you know, it's just a phrase that speaks to what they've been doing their whole career. So it's like the name for this album and a particular track on it, but it's also, I think, a good description of what they've been doing all the time. So yeah, shout out to Oliver and Ramon. Let's listen to Hardfloor, the Art of Acid, from the album of the same name, 2014. I do like that on the label, the record says Mad Limited. They have tracks where the acid sings. This is another good example of that. Yeah, they have tracks where the acid is more grindy, or it's, you know, sort of wicked and sharp. But yeah, there's a particular flavor of their acid work that it's like the acid is speak singing. The other acid touches, but then it's that, like that one, but yeah, it's the singing line in the middle of it all that gets your attention. bass line by Acrid Advance. Just in this very pleasant acid dimension. It's like walking around on a pleasant acid planet. Again, the singing acid line is ace, that like ride cymbal, I love when that comes in. Sort of, there's a lot of techno tunes, like, you know, kind of warehouse techno, that's always a good moment, and it sort of hits the same in this one. That little, it's like this little, like clay rattle or something. There are other, like, I'm thinking of some acid/hard trance tunes from the 90s that use that sound, or, you know, a sound in a similar sonic territory. But yeah, it's it's a masterpiece, and it's the tune, or the type of tune that I think, you know, they've had on their albums over the years. And, you know, it's fair to say they do, there's always some variety. There's usually like a, you know, down tempo or almost like syncopated type of like breakbeat tune. Obviously they have a lot of acid house, but also some of their tunes are more into the acid techno territory. Indeed, I think a lot of their catalog is sort of in this nexus between acid house and acid techno. Some of my very favorites from the early period are on the acid techno end of the spectrum. I've talked about it before. Lost in the Silver Box will always be one of my favorite acid techno tunes. You know, like just in general, like from the 90s, yes, but just, you know, I'll listen to that tune anytime. But yeah, ultimately this one I would say is a bit more in the acid house direction, but ultimately, again, features characteristics like found throughout their catalog. Again, that singing acid line is perhaps the notable or most notable feature, but it's all about the layering, so it's like you're focusing on that singing acid line, but it's part of this rich tapestry, so it sounds a certain way because of all the other parts like moving with it. So again, just a masterpiece. Shout out to Hardfloor once again. I'm trying to think. I know I've reacted to RWN DRB, which, you know, Bird on a Wire. I didn't realize that until Oliver pointed out what the reference was. But again, there's a lot of references in their stuff. I mentioned like Two Guys, Three Boxes. You know, there's an internet reference there. Swag My Glitch Up, which, you know, if you're familiar with the Prodigy tune Smack My Bitch Up. These things are, you know, Bubble and Squeak, which, you know, there's a few references there. My mind immediately goes to Rory Breaker in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Nevertheless, I do love how there's clever little cultural references found throughout their catalog. So once again, shout out to Hardfloor, shout out to my hilarious and quite sleepy cat. Do let me know what you think of this one, and she and I will both see you next time. Peace.